What we need is the Chuck that knows his game, that's been in the assembly, that's been strong on the Constitution, that's been strong on taxes, that's been a reliable vote. He's saying, hey, I'm the one that's been here. I walk the walk. That's what we need. We need to know why Chuck DeVore. We need to hear a positive message. We need to hear what he's going to do for voters, how he can beat Barbara Boxer, and compare and contrast. Engage your opponents, but do it, do it in a way that's really going to work for you. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And we can go into more of that later. Now, Tom Campbell. I like that he wanted to call us debate. I thought that shows guts. I like that. That shows engagement. Tom got halfway there on a lot of his stuff. I mean, this is, I'm engaging, I'm here, I'm going to take the fight, I'm going to answer these charges, we're going to do the, what did he have? The CampbellFact.org, it's kind of like the, the Obama thing, fact, whatever his Obama thing was, factcheck.org or whatever he did for the campaign. That's cool, but Tom, he's making the moves, but he's got to do a lot more. He got hit. He got beat up in this debate. You know what I'm saying? He made some good points. Look, Tom, we know you're super smart. We know you got the experience. There's no question about that. You are the most experienced in the race, the most ready for the job. You're really smart. All the candidates are super smart, but people want to know that you're not going to be a rhino. People want to know that you can win this race. People want to know that you're not, for lack of a better word, too old and too out of it, this and that, whatever. People want to see blood in your veins, man. They want to see some life, some energy, some emotion, some engagement. And that you're going to be right on the issues. Lower tax. I mean, people were freaked out in America and in the state, Tea Parties, this and that, whatever. They want to know, like, hey, you care about them. You're worried about their jobs. You're not just some academic, over there in Berkeley. Go Cal, go Bears, and stuff like that. I mean, I know you. I'm not saying you don't care. I know you care. I'm saying you got to communicate that. You got to live it. You got to feel it. You got to get away from the old type of stuff. You can't look at in other words, Carly can't look like a money elite. Tom Campbell can't look like an academic elite and an inside Washington elite and stuff like that. You got to get down there and be real. People want to see you, touch and feel you, this and that, whatever, and know that you're going to be fighting on these issues, stuff like that. You advance the ball on some things, you got a little bit beat up. I'd say, all in all, for Tom, maybe a push to a slight negative on the campaign. So we'll see. You know what I mean? But I think if you try to play hold the ball and, hey, I'm Tom Campbell with the name, this and that, whatever, I think that's a dangerous thing to do. Now, that being said, you're the clear leader right now, as far as all the polling that we've seen, and if I had to put money down, I'd say that you're gonna win the race as of today if the vote was happening today or the next week. But I think that Carly's coming on strong, and I think that you got something to worry about. Now, Chuck, you need to make changes ASAP, or that money's going to dry up. Fundraising, the people that have, the parts of your campaign I've talked about, they can hate me all they want. That's great, they already did. But you know what? I'm trying to help them too, because they will go down with a stinging defeat, an egg on their face, and they're going to own this if they don't make some real fast changes. I mean, you need big changes real quick. Be positive, who you are, why you're going to fight for people, what your record means, stuff like that, and engage people, but engage them in a way that you look like, you're not unhinged, man, and stuff like that. Nobody cares about who said what about your wife. You got a great wife, you got a great family, that's fine. They're fine. You know what I mean? People care about, hey, I lost my job, taxes are too high, this and that. That's what they care about. Stick to that. Stop with the conspiracy stuff or things that sound like a conspiracy. That printer thing was just brutal. You got to just focus up, man. All right? You know what you're doing. You know what you can do. You got a great message. You got to get that message out and drop the other stupid stuff. I mean, seriously. Okay. Carly, fired on all cylinders. There's only some small tuning that I would do. You don't want to come off too super hard. There's only a couple times you got a little a little too much, but I mean, believe me, we'd rather have it. I'd rather have you too hard than too soft. Everything that we talked about sounds like you're picking up. You're just really blowing it out right now. And I just keep engaging on those issues. You know what I'm saying? I love the fact that you put your thesis out there. Like, yeah, 159-page thesis. Read it if you want. You have nothing to hide. You're engaging now. You're down on the ground. You're showing people that you're fighting for them. You're letting people touch and feel you and stuff like that. And I mean, you keep doing this, and I think you roll out the big, new media campaign that we talked about, whether it's with us or other people. I think you keep doing debates. I think you do as many avails as you can. You do the anti-Meg Whitman thing, and oh man, it's just dangerous. Because see, if Carly just moves right, which she already has, and you're just sort of not, I'm not talking about the volunteers and the diehards and this, that, whatever, but you're just sort of a good, solid conservative Republican. Why wouldn't you vote for her over Chuck? I mean, more money, more name ID, woman that can take on Boxer, great corporate experience, this and that, whatever. They're gonna, people look for that. Just the same reason with Romney. I'm just saying that she can suck up a lot of Chuck's, support and oxygen like this. Now it's one-on-one between, her and Campbell. Even with, let's say, vote was in a week, that's a toss-up. That's close. You know what I'm saying? And I think that the personality is very engaging. I think that she's finding her message. Remember, who has the most upside in this race? Chuck and Tom have way more political experience than her. So, I mean, are they going to change much? Are they going to evolve much? I mean, it's like McCain. He's been there so long. How much better can McCain get? Carly can get a lot better. She's new at this. It's like someone I go take to work out. Someone's never worked out before, I'm going to get them amazing gains. Someone's been in the game for 10 years, I'll get them amazing gains, but just not as much as that newbie and stuff like that. So I think Carly has a lot more upside on that. I think she's really listening to people. And that's the thing. Carly's campaign to me seems like it's got the right blend of, mass market stuff with down the ground stuff, whatever. And I think that she's the most responsive. I'm not just saying it because she was listening to me, whatever. Like just from what I've seen her engage with other people on the ground, at this stuff. So we'll see. That's my opinion. That's what I really, really think. And I'm trying to give you the best analysis I can. I'm not sugarcoating anything. No holds barred. You guys can hate me, or you can love me in the individual campaigns, whatever like that. But I'm trying to do my job for the viewers to be really, really honest about this. Again, bottom line, Chuck is a super dark horse now, and he has to do some major things to stay viable in this race quickly. Carly, up and coming, and is really doing some amazing, amazing things, and I think has a serious shot in this campaign. Clearly has the money to stay as viable as she wants, and I think now it's getting the message and the tactics and the techniques, and definitely in my why and why in this debate, hands down. Tom, the leader, the most political experience, very, very smart guy, has a more of a moderate temperament that might do well in this state, but you need to tune it up. There's some real vulnerabilities that got exposed today. And, look, Boxer's going to take the fight hard to you. And people, we don't, especially in this environment, we don't want to see another McCain or Bob Dole redux. Like, oh, here's the safe pick who isn't going to really fight for us and who's going to get beaten anyway and make Republicans look weak and soft and bad. I mean, people in this environment really want to see someone that's going to fight for the right issues to make this state viable again, because people are really, really afraid of where this state's at in jobs and their families' livelihood and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Whisper campaign, stuff like that. Again, same thing I'm saying before. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Okay? So, anyway, that is it. I'm a super genius, and that, and that is my read on this. So, for all of us at Conservative Media, we thank you. We hope this was helpful to everybody. We hope you'll enjoy it. I want to know what you guys think. Hit me with the comments below. Hey, John, I agree with you. Hey, John, you're full of it. Tell me why. We're going to put the links over here to the interviews that we did with the different candidates. We're also going to put the links to, if they have the podcast up there from the actual debate, and the link to Carly, to the different sites and all that type of stuff. Carly's thesis, blah, 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 all that type of stuff. So it was really good. I mean, you know, and props to all the candidates for getting out there and engaging. This is what we need. This is what we need in the Republican Party right now. We need a real mix them up so that we can make clear distinctions between these candidates and have a good choice to vote. Whoever you vote for, you know, and I think I speak for all Republicans, I hope I do, in this state. Whoever wins the primary, we're going to support 1,000% against Barbara Boxer to take back this state and take back the Senate and stop this role of socialism and extremism that's coming from Washington, and certainly coming from you know, Barbara Boxer is a very solid vote for that. So anyway, I am John. This is Conservative New Media, and we will see you next time. Thanks for joining us.